Blessings and welcome to all of my sweet Sagittarians out there. This is Synergized Tarot by Tammy, and this is your June 2020 tarot reading. Whether it's your sun, moon, or rising sign in Sagittarius. And boy, Sagittarius, are you ready for this month? Because you have a lunar eclipse in your name on June 5th. So yes, it will be a new moon in your, a full moon, lunar eclipse in your sign on June 5th. So yes, how exciting, huh? So yes, we have so much going on. Also, we got a lot of retrogrades happening. We just had the nodes move positions. So with these eclipses, we can expect anything this month here. And for you, Sagittarius, I mean, you will have to expect anything and everything to happen or be shown to you just because it's your time. So let's start off with the self position on that note there. And let's see. I was going to pull an archetypal energy, a light attribute that you may be feeling for yourself this month, especially with that eclipse energy flowing within you on June 5th. Oh, that one wanted to fly out. Oh, the prostitute, but watch, well, you're not going to be the prostitute. That's funny, that flew out. We have to read this. Accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So this is about you surviving things, right? But not ever negotiating the power of spirit. That's what it's about. So yeah, you're going to challenge yourself this month to survive anything. And that's what this full moon eclipse is showing you in Sagittarius, is that you can now, survive. And this connection to spirit is what's helping you get through any challenges that you have felt like some type of prostitute energy. So that's all it's saying, is you're not negotiating. You're not going to use, material or your body or anything else. You're saying, I am connected to spirit, and that's how I negotiate. So be the prostitute this month here. So let's pull another card here for you, Sagittarians. I wanted to pull a self-care card for you in regards to this month of June, and then we'll pull an oracle for the eclipse, because this is just a time I feel like you're coming into your power, right? You're not negotiating, whether the only way that you are is through spirit. And what it says, playfulness. So that's good to see that it's time to play. Be playful, play with the child. Children are your greatest teachers. And of course, you are the strongest teacher of us all signs, aren't you, Sagittarius? So be playful this month. Have fun. And do not negotiate anything that is not through spirit that you feel is right. So let's pull an oracle. I'm actually going to pull a karma card for you, because this is such a important time. You don't get an eclipse in your sign very often. So let's see what karmic energy may be coming to you with this lunar eclipse for you, Sagittarians, on June 5th here. So let's pull a karma card for this eclipse, lunar eclipse in your sign, Sagittarius, on June 5th. What is the karmic message? Okay. The Muse. I love this card. The Muse. Wow. Let's read about the Muse. Bringing out your talents. Listening to spirit. The Muse plays a song of upliftment and imagination. And I have to go back to the playfulness card, because that reminds me of what the Muse is all about. The petals of inspiration drift upon the wind, filling the air with light and creativity. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative projects, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator within to lift your projects to the skies. Again, you see that message, call to the spirit muses. It's really about you connecting to spirit and, you know, understanding what you can receive from that beautiful energy of the muse. Creativity. Yes, it's beautiful. So this is a time that things are really going to you'll be able to bring about things now, especially in your projects that you've wanted. So listen to your muse there. So that is what this beautiful eclipse is bringing to you, to allow you to fulfill your creative flow, to do those projects that you really want to complete. It's just listening to spirit and not negotiating anything else for that. So let's go to the second house. And boy, you have a lot of energy happening in your second house still. You have Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in your second house, and they're all retrograde right now. So there may be some financial constraints, difficulties, lessons that you've had to learn, changes. But let's see, especially right now, I'm sure for some of you Sagittarians, you are feeling that energy in your second house of finances. So let's see what the card is. Eight of Pentacles, ordinariness. So it really is, the Eight of Pentacles is working harder in your ordinary everyday life. So it does look like you're working hard to, you know, keep having the ordinary pleasures that you're used to. So keep on working on your goals, keep on working hard on getting out of those financial constraints that you may be feeling, because I feel like the more that you work, the more that you really focus on your goals, listen to your spirit muses here, you can really create, you can really finish up projects, find that flow again. So let's pull one more card in your second house here for you. Yeah, there you go. So you're going to keep on working hard on those projects, working hard on your finance, because things will start to get positive. Maybe that's what that full moon is bringing for you Sagittarians, a new positive perspective. And it's about you not negotiating anymore. It's just like you realize what's important to you. And it's all about the spiritual connection. And maybe this is what a lot of us are doing, is really changing and challenging ourselves to be free of things that aren't needed anymore. What do we really need in our material life? It really is all within us to create these beautiful spiritual energies and be able to feel our muse if we allow us just those simple pleasures, right? The ordinariness of everyday life. So let's go to the third house, communication. So let's see how your communication is doing this month, Sagittarius, for you all. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So your mind, it's a little feeling a little crazy, but I'm sure with these eclipses, right? Because excuse me, not only going to have that lunar eclipse in your sign, you're also going to have a solar eclipse at the end of the month in the sign of Cancer. So there's some confusion going on. You're really going to need to clear that mind. And of course, how do you do that? You need to take time for meditation, take time to be by yourself, to clear out those things, be playful, right? So this may be a month that you really have to clear your mind, clear all those negative thoughts, clear things that are going in your mind. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that a lot of us are dealing with that you know, our mind is controlling us, and we have to always remember, you know, what is important. That's the key. We have to be free of the mind. We have to be free of control, right? That is us taking time, you Sagittarians, to take time to feel that freedom by clearing, by opening up what you feel imprisoned by in your mind there. So, you know, there is some clearing out of, yeah, there's a big change happening this month. Wow, yeah, because that is where you're going to have that new moon. So interesting. Yeah, so this is going to be a major change of a month here for you with that full moon and new moon. This is all about you and the changes that you want to, clearing out what you've been stuck in your mind, right? Clearing out those negative thoughts. So let's go into the fourth house, family and home. And there may be some difficulties in the family home life right now because you have Mars there for the month here, and you also have Neptune. Maybe there's some confusion confusion and challenges, and having to fill this situation with your mind here, releasing things that aren't important anymore in your family life. Things are just, you know that it's just not required anymore, thought. Yeah, the Fool. So it is really important for you, Sagittarians. This is like a new change, a new beginning in your family if you want it. And I feel like this is really going to be important for a lot of you Sagittarians if you want good relationships, if you want to feel loved and cherished, and you want to feel strong and connected to your own self, you have to listen and take a leap of faith. You have to believe, right, that you can make changes in your home life that is needed. So a lot of you are looking at ways, clearing out situations in the family life that have been difficult, and it's through your own challenges. Again, the belief here, the Positive 2 card here, not negotiating challenges. It's all about understanding what Spirit is trying to show you. What is the love that can be flown through any situation that is happening. So yeah, there's something happening. Luck. Okay, so that is wonderful to see, Sagittarius. So there's a lot of luck to make a lot of changes in your family life. That's what you want. Mars is in your 4th house to make it happen. So if it's that you want to move, some of you may be moving. You're going to take a leap of faith and say, I'm going, I'm doing it, and you're going to have luck. If you're trying to sell your home, Mars is there to say, let's do it, let's put it on the market here. If you want to make changes in your household to, have more of or less of this mind situation and be free, then I do feel that this is the month that you can really, negotiate those things so that you can be clear from those situations that have been controlling you. So let's see here. What did I want to do? Okay, we're in the 5th house. Okay, so let's go to the 5th house. Love, romance, children, creative endeavors. We see creativity is flowing for you. Changes are happening in love. Yeah, let's see here. What do we got? Oh, beautiful. Be receptive. Be receptive to what you're feeling. I just feel like if you release this mind situation, be receptive to your loved ones, be receptive to love, flow, meditate, understand, connect to your muse here so you can be more creative, right? Look at that. So, and then you see the lotus flower right in the middle there. So be receptive to your muse this month. You can be really creative. You can really flow this month if you want to. So let's pull one more card here in the 5th house. Your muse is wanting to make, your muse wants to shine and it wants you to make some choices. And I feel this is more about your creative flow, choices about your creativity and what you want to do. Your muse is calling you. You're very creative in anything that you want to flow this month here. Yes, open up to that. So let's go to the 6th house, and we have, I want to pull some beautiful love cards first before we move on. There may be a strong connection to maybe a water sign this month for love and romance, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces for some of you. So be receptive. But the 5th house also in love, be receptive to love and, let love come to you. Make choices. I feel there's choices in love maybe this month for you Sagittarians who are looking for that. So let's pull a couple of love cards here. Heart-to-heart conversations. So yes, be receptive to love and have those wonderful heart-to-heart conversations that will allow you to get out of your mind. And yes, it's safe for you to love. So yes, you single Sagittarians, it's safe for you to love. Be receptive to others, because I feel you'll have some choices that you can really connect to feel the flow again. Oh my gosh, 2 words of playfulness. Do you see this? Maybe we'll have some, I'm not saying the prostitute, but having some fun in the sun here, but you have the playfulness card also, and you get the next card of playfulness. So yes, Sagittarius, it's time to play. It's time to have fun. It is a time for you to really be receptive to the kind of love that you really want. That's what I feel, because you've got some beautiful energy happening in your 7th house that we'll talk about. But receptive, I feel you can really connect to you know, the right partnerships or make your partnerships better. So stay optimistic about your love life. Now, some of you, your positive thinking is going to bring a beautiful connection to love. So be receptive. But I feel like some of your soulmates may be very different. You're going to meet someone very different than what you're used to, Sagittarius. So be open, be receptive to all energies, not just the typical. Because remember, you've got that Sagittarian eclipse. You're changing something. There is an ending. There's a transformation for you. So feel it. Allow new energy flow. Allow just you to feel everything new. And then it says, pay attention to the red flags here. So I feel like some of you, that's why there's a big change. You're taking a leap of faith. There may be some situations in conversations that, you have to pay attention to the red flags, but it's about you freeing yourself. So this is a month that I feel your intuition is so strong that you need to pay attention to the red flags that are out there, caution you for whatever that is. So let's go to the, where we at? Sixth house. Yes, sixth house. That's your day-to-day life. And you've got Uranus in there, shaking up things, making things change, and that's why this could be a huge transformational time for a lot of you Sagittarians. Like anything can happen, anything can change, anything. I mean, it's like, whew, okay. And so you just never know. So anyway, let's pull what is happening. Well, only success in your day-to-day life here. So that's the Six of Wands here, success. So whatever you're doing in your day-to-day life, in your work, it looks like there's success. It looks like through your creative flow, if you really are trying to create, if you are showing others what your muse has been trying to bring about, it looks like there's success. So yes, playfulness, success. I'm just loving this. Maybe this is what you're doing, starting a home business for some of you, having luck and success to really allow that flow to come. That's what you're being receptive. Some of you are starting a home business. You just have to have a leap of faith there. That's pretty cool. So let's pull one more card. Big changes. So you're making changes for new success here. And that's why I feel some of you are starting maybe your own business, starting something. You're getting clearer now. You're freeing yourself from mind control. I feel some of you just maybe have felt trapped, feeling like things have been ordinary. Now you want something, creative. You want to really feel this connection to your muse, which is really going to flow now with this eclipse in your sign starting June 5th. You just have to be receptive to this connection to your muse, and you're going to see success and some type of flow that you're going to feel really fun about. So let's go to the seventh house, right? And so, that's where the Venus retrograde is at. It's still retrograde for this whole month here. It's really wanting you to analyze your relationships and partnerships in your seventh house. And that's where the North Node in Gemini just went in. So your next year and a half with the North Node and Venus in retrograde, I'm sure partnerships, relationships in the past are coming back. I'm sure you're thinking about your current relationship and whether or not this is the relationship you want to be in. A lot of you are really contemplating and being receptive to what you really need. And this is why you're going to see changes. Like if you really have been contemplating on a change in a relationship, boy, that eclipse is going to help you do it. So let's see here. Let's pull a card in your seventh house of relationships and partnerships here. Wow, there's a huge breakthrough. Is that awesome or what? And I'm just like, kabow. Okay, because this is the card of justice. This is the card of balance. It's the card of karma in the seventh house. So there is a breakthrough in a relationship. There's a breakthrough. This may be about you breaking out of a relationship and feeling free, right? But whatever this breakthrough is for you, you're going to feel it, and it's going to be it's explosive. It's just going to come to you. That's what I feel like what's happening for you. And it's this focus on your relationships that are going to be very, very important. So on that note there, I wanted to pull, surrender. I want to pull let me pull one more card here. Messages. Wow. So like I said, people from the past may be coming back, and you're just going to be like, whoa. It could be very karmic. So let's see what you need to surrender to in the seventh house with this Venus retrograde and the Gemini North Node in there now. Looks like there's a big breakthrough, messages coming from the past. and situations, relationships, partnerships that you are realizing what you need to do about them. And now you're going to focus on yourself, because you've got that full moon in Sagittarius to say, I'm going to focus on myself and make things happen. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. That's what you're going to stop doing. So yeah, if you're in relationships, partnerships, that's all you're doing is people pleasing, you're going to surrender to that. Speak your mind and needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Hello. That's what that Sagittarius full moon is doing for you. Releasing things and having a breakthrough. Okay, so let's go to the 8th house, and that's where you're going to have this new moon in Cancer, a solar eclipse on June 21st in your 8th house of transformation, endings, changes. I mean, this is like something huge, and it's also about other people's finances. So, you know, this could be this change, working hard on changing how you grow your finances, starting your own business, you know, making a change so that you can be more successful. There is a breakthrough for you. What is the card here? Guilt, 8 of Swords. So it's important that, again, the mind control. I feel some of you really want to make some type of huge change, but you feel guilty, maybe leaving a relation, guilty about changing your job situation. There's guilt, mind control. You are not allowing yourself to be free from something, Sagittarius. Look at that. Look at that. What is the key? The key is to release yourself from that. The key is to just open up that cage. You have the key. See? So release yourself from that. Release, because you've got the Queen of Cups card. Because you can clear out that energy and be receptive, right? Look at that. I'm trying to hold these cards. Sorry about that. So, yeah. Release the guilt. And you see that there was on here the number 8. So it's important to release. Do not feel guilty about the changes that you have to make. It is important to do it. There's a breakthrough for you. There's a big change for you if you do. Yeah, partnerships. I feel like there's a huge focus on partnerships, some type of guilt about leaving maybe a relationship. But if this is the change the sun is showing, the sun will be there at the end of the month in your 8th house. So I feel this month is really about you being receptive to your own feelings, listening to what your muse is trying to show you. I feel you're going to have this breakthrough by the end of the month to really understand what you have to do for some type of change, ending, transformation, regeneration. So that's what your focus is. So yes, let's pull a card for an oracle for this eclipse for you, this new beginning energy, this big change. Let's see what this big change is for some of you Sagittarians. Let's find out what the message is for you Sagittarians. There it is. Angel of Strength. Oh my gosh. So have courage. This is what that new moon at the end of the month is saying. Have courage for this big change. Have courage for a new beginning. Have strength. Don't allow guilt to hold you back, because there's something better on the horizon. Okay. Personal power and inner strength. This amazing angel brings the news that this is a time of increasing power for you. It's not the time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You are capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny, for the power that comes from within reaches out to the universe and beyond. Inner strength and unlimited resources flow through you at this time, helping you to create real results. Call upon this wonderful angel and on your own inner resourcefulness to bring you into focus and resolve to do what's necessary in order to make your dreams a reality. Is this a perfect message for this new moon eclipse in your 8th house at the end of the month? Your affirmation here, Sagittarius. Deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have all the power I need to achieve all that I want. The 8th house is about power, taking our own personal power back. So you have the angel strength with you to do that. So let's move on to the 9th house and this connection to wisdom and insight. So let's pull a wisdom card here and see what the wisdom, the insight is for you for this month here, Sagittarius. What is the wisdom, the insight? You're going to be the arrow master. Oh, wow. Hitting your mark. Intention, detachment. There you go. So your angels, your guides, your higher power wants to know you are the arrow master. You are going to hit your mark this month. You are going to detach from things that you know you need to. There's a breakthrough, right? Set your intention. Number 10. The arrow master. Look at you. The arrow master appears to help you target your intentions and teaches you how to shoot straight for the stars. The message is to be deliberate about focusing your dreams and desires with intention and about aligning your attention with spirit. Then let them fly on the wind directed by the divine until they reach your goal. The only way to hit the target is to allow the arrow of your intention to fly unencumbered by your eagerness to see if it travels exactly the way you want it to go. You may think it needs to veer a certain way to reach your goal, but in the universe, invisible realms, human power cannot make this happen. The divine has its own idea of how the arrow flies and upon what wind it's carried. Nonetheless, if you don't shoot, you'll never score. This is a fortunate message as long as you remember the law of detachment. If you do, then be assured that you're right on point. There you go. You are going to be the arrow master. You know exactly where you need to shoot now, and you will be on point. So let's go to the 10th house, and that's connection to your work and your career. So, excuse me. Let's see how your work and career goes. Work and career. Ooh, oh, okay. So something you've been suppressing. That's why I feel some of you want to leave your job. Some of you want to change your position. Some of you want to hit the mark. You're sending your attention. So if you're suppressing something that you know you need to do, be receptive, because I feel you'll have a breakthrough this month. That's what's happening in your career. Yeah, a new destiny. This is the tree of life. This is about your own tree of life. Where do you want to plant this tree? Where do you want to see it grow? Where do you want to see your destiny lie? That's what you got to do. You're suppressing your destiny. You're suppressing your true feelings. And this is the month to have that breakthrough and be receptive, because you have that eclipse to allow something to form and come into fruition for you, for like a new beginning that you can create, because this is a transformation month for you if you want it. So yeah, reach for the stars, shoot that arrow. So let's go to the 11th house here. The 11th house is connected to your hopes, wishes, and dreams, right? Connections to your friends and finding those who can help you hit the mark. So let's see here. What is the card in your 11th house for you Sagittarians here? Oh my gosh. Look at that. Maturity, growth, understanding. Yes, that is what you get. This is the Queen of Pentacles. This is about you managing your own way, managing your own life, and prospering and living the spiritual connection that you truly want to and have only dreamed about. So it's time for maturity. You are mature for change. You are mature for change. You're ready to manage your own success. I feel a lot of you are just ready to do something that your muse has been calling you to do. Please listen. It'll be amazing. This will be stressful if you do. I feel like this is a change. I mean, understand this new maturity, it cannot be easy. But I feel like if you allow yourself this big change, you will see this growth in you, this maturity in you, even though it may be very challenging and stressful. So let's go to the 12th house, and that's connection to spirit and participation. The Four of Wands. So this is about, having peace and harmony and love, connecting with others, allowing spirit to be part of being your muse, right? Participating in the 12th house, connection to your angels and guides, connection to your muse there. And let's pull a keeper of the light here as we close up from your reading here. Just a beautiful connection to spirit that you can call upon as you are having this breakthrough and are being more receptive to your true feelings, releasing all that suffering in your mind that has been controlling you for so long. Because this is time for Serenos to have your own life force. What it says here is this: express your divine passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Okay, so I have to go back to the prostitute, even though it's not about you going and prostituting, but it does mean that it's time for you to have fun, sensual and sexual pleasures. Okay, so boy, this is, and you got the 7th house filled too. So this is about relationships and partnerships and having pleasure, sexual and sensual pleasures from others. So wow, call on the Serenos, boy, because you can really have some fun this month. So let's read Serenos, right? So I love this reading for you, Sagittarians. This is great. So let's read about Serenos. Let me move this up here a little bit closer. Okay. Serenos, well, actually pronounced, I guess, Kernanos, also known as Herni, is a Celtic stag god who represents connection to the earth. He is one of the oldest recognized Celtic gods and features on the Gunderstrup cauldron, a giant silver vessel from the Iron Age. He is the lover of the Great Mother and impregnates the land so that it will be filled with life. He can help us form a connection with the animal spirits and ancestors of our land. There is a deep buildup of life force within you now and a need to channel it into action. You may have extra energy or be more alert than usual, or be aware of a sense of increased sensual or sexual energy. If you have been unsure how this ties into your spiritual path, know that it can allow you to access the richness of your soul. When we are not expressing ourselves sexually, our spiritual potential can become tamed or muted. So if you are denying yourself a desire and yourself, how can you be fulfilled? Ask Serenos to help you access your sexual self so that you can express it with integrity and in a way that honors your soul. If you and your partner are trying for a child, and this card appears, fertility is very positive, especially if Brigid Serenos' twin flame is present too. Well, your life force energy is going to be quite explosive. You're going to have definite, and now I understand why you got the prostitute card, boy. I mean, enjoy this energy here. You're going to have a lot of sexual and sensual pleasure. I mean, Lord. So definitely I feel like you have a wonderful month this month. So enjoy and be playful and be receptive. Much love to all of you Sagittarians. Good luck with all this energy. You have the good luck card. Have a leap of faith. Believe in yourself, because this is the time for this change. You only get this eclipse once every, I don't know how many years, but it's not very often. So if you ever want a personal reading to get in tune to all this beautiful energy that's happening for you, please connect with me. All my links are below. And until next time, with pure love, this energy, Tammy.